Capitalism is a loaded gun to the skull, finger twitching on the trigger every second you're alive. This system grinds through people like meat, strips the bones clean, then sells the scraps back at markup. Every workday is a transaction where your life is measured in hours they can afford to buy. They don't just take your time, they take the use of your body, the sharpness of your mind, the hope you carry that tomorrow might be different. Paychecks are not freedom. They are chains disguised as paper. Miss a shift, miss the rent. Speak out and find yourself staring at an empty bank account while the bills pile up. Wages have not kept up with what we produce, not by a long shot. And the difference lines the pockets of the same people cutting your hours and raising your workload. That's not market efficiency. Theft is baked into the rules. Debt is no accident. It's the tool that keeps us quiet. You're meant to drown in it. Mortgages that bleed you for decades. Student loans that outlive the diploma. Medical bills that crush you for needing care. Credit cards that trap you for daring to eat before payday. The whole scam runs on fear of missing a payment. Skip once and they'll come for your wages, your home, your car. Skip twice and they'll grind your credit into dust so you cannot claw your way back out. Homelessness is not some glitch in the matrix. It's the proof the machine is doing exactly what it was designed to do. Families sleeping under bridges while luxury apartments sit empty as investments. Veterans forgotten on street corners while politicians wrap themselves in flags and sell off public housing. Cities pass laws to make it illegal to be poor, sweeping people out of sight so tourists and investors can pretend the rot is not there. This culture tells you survival is a solo mission. Work harder, push past the competition, guard your place like it's the last seat on the lifeboat. If you fail, you're lazy. If you succeed, you owe nothing to no one. They've turned selfishness into a civic duty and call it ambition. That is not human nature. It's social engineering, and the engineers are cashing every check that comes from it. Every ad, every politician's speech, every success story they push down your throat reinforces the same lie. You can only make it by climbing over someone else. It's a morality built on scarcity and enforced by debt. And they've sold it so well that people will defend the same system that is killing them, convinced they'll someday be on the winning side. But cracks are showing. Workers are walking out. Renters are refusing to pay. Communities are blocking evictions. When we stop playing alone and start acting together, their control shakes. They can't buy off everyone. Firing us all is not an option, and that is why they fear anything that smells like solidarity. Fights Back exists for one reason, because no one wins this fight alone. We don't hand out slogans and hope you figure it out. Standing with you on the picket line, at the eviction blockade, in the street when the cops roll up is what we do. Connecting the struggles they want kept separate. The burned out nurse and the warehouse worker, the unhoused veteran and the student buried in debt, the single mom working doubles and the kid who never sees their parents because the rent demands every hour remains our work. Changing the way we live is not about shuffling who's in charge of the same rotten system. It's about tearing down the foundation and building something that serves people instead of profits. Workers running the industries they keep alive. Homes as a human right. Debt gone. healthcare and education for everyone, not as charity, but because anything less is exploitation. You cannot reform exploitation. Abolishing it is the only path. Taking back what was stolen is the duty. Defending it together makes the victory last. This is survival. Dignity is here. Looking your neighbor in the eye and knowing you'll stand for them when the boss tries to cut their hours, when the state tries to throw them out, when the bank comes for their home. This is the bond. The line's been drawn. Let them keep taking, or stand up and take it back. Organize your workplace. Mobilize in your streets. Resist every eviction, every wage theft, and every law that criminalizes poverty. And when they try to scare you silent, remember, fear is their weapon. Solidarity is ours. Fights Back is not a brand. It is not a charity. It is a weapon in your hands. Join us. Link arms. Fill the streets. Shut it down. Do not stop until the last boss, the last landlord, and the last politician has nothing left to take.